It's me again. Lucky for you, Jim64, second video of the day. How wonderful! And you're watching the RetroBox, which is basically the show I made where we interview retro games. Interview, review. Anyway, so today's reviewable game is Rayman on PlayStation 1. Now, this game isn't always talked about, but in my opinion, it's actually a really good platformer. It's really good for PlayStation 1, and it's one of the first games of my childhood that I remember. So, I say that we get straight to it without further ado. So, well, the game. Quick history behind it. It was made by Ubisoft back in the year '95. So it's a pretty good game, because Ubisoft games back then, Ubi, Wooby, whatever you want to call it, were pretty good game developers, publishers, whatever. This is the first of many Rayman games, and the recent Rayman titles really might put people off the Rayman series, because quite frankly every single 3D Rayman ever produced, in my opinion, was a pile of crap. I can just remember them being really bad, and I think that this one is the best, despite the fact it's the first. But it's kind of like they made a mistake once and then decided they weren't going back on it. So, well, what do we have? This is the introduction video, which we're not going to watch because that will take up like 5 minutes. I'm sure you can find some on YouTube if you want to watch it. I don't have a memory card, so we're going to have to go from here. Now we're going to enter a password. Now, just for this bit of video, I'm going to kind of cut this bit out, because the password thing, if you just see, is like 10 digits long. It'll take forever, so it kind of ruined the video for you. So, we'll be back in a sec. So, I've done the password. Now, I'm just going to show you 2 levels for this RetroBox review, just to kind of you know, put the game across to you. I don't want to kind of go over the top. So most levels seem to take place, the first few levels and probably the first few hours you might spend take place in the forest. Now, because I've used the password, I've unlocked several levels, but when you get here, you know, you can either go to the next land, which is Bandland, or stay in the forest. And basically the forest level is quite boring. So if I just show you some of the Pink Plank Woods level, or Anguish Lagoon. All the swamps of... I think I'll go for Anguish Lagoon. So, when you get the loading thing, it rolls across with this fancy transition, and then you get this screen with a picture of Rayman whispering and a bad guy. It's just kind of to fill the gap, I guess. I guess it's nice than just seeing loading. So, we're here, and, well, we're here. Now, there's different things you can jump up, and as you can see, the game has got kind of a hectic, but it's also kind of easy to kind of see where you're going, so it's kind of a confusing graphical style. Now, there's different things. There's an extra life, there's an angry man, and there's a crate. Now, the crates you don't have to get, but they kind of add to your completion. This guy's shooting flipping vacuum cleaners or something at you, and it's quite hard to kill. So, let's try again. So as you can see, there's not really that many bad guys as such most of the time. Here's one, but they're relatively easy to kill. Most of them only take 1 hit throughout the forest anyway. Now, the kind of idea of the game is to get to these crates where people are locked up. That's a bad guy. You punch a crate, and this thing comes on the screen, and a smiley face goes in it. You save a load of smiley faced people. You also have to collect the orbs, although they don't seem to have any kind of relevance to the game. I've never been told I have to collect orbs to complete it. Now you kill this guy, but it's quite hard to kill. You have to kind of get punching behind him to finish him off. He's shooting vacuum cleaners or something at you the whole time, so it's not easy. So we free the people from the cages, and voila, there's the end of the level. This is listed by an exclamation mark sign, and... Rayman's glistening teeth. The forest levels seem to kind of take the same things, but here we're flying a mosquito. Now the mosquito is actually from a previous level in the game, he's one of the bosses. You kill him, and then it's really quite a camp scene where the mosquito's dead, and then all of a sudden him and Rayman are hugging each other. So I don't really know what's up with that. These things fall down and kill you, and that's really it. Let's try Bandland, because the forest levels are alright, but they kind of go on for a long time, and Bandland provides a bit of a difference. So if we just go straight to Bandland right now, see you in a second. Continuing on where we left off, from Anguish Lagoon to Bandland. Bongo Hills, to be precise, is the level. Now here you're going to see the inconsistency throughout the game. The fact that, I guess it does mix things up, and every game has it, but it's kind of hard adapting to it. Well, just some things aren't quite the same. Especially in Bandland we see like different things with the same properties, which would be easier if they just used the same thing. First of all, you crouch by pressing R1, followed by these blue guys. Now, they're the only enemies really that have followed you over from Overland. Now, here we kind of get our first real kind of what you'd think is a bad guy, but is actually a good guy. This bit's quite confusing. Now, you saw that drum probably on the right on the way up, and I thought he was a bad guy the first few times. So I jump onto the blue people, but then I realised actually the drum is a good guy, sort of. I don't know if he'd actually kill you if you walked into him, but the blue people do that for him, so you kind of just jump on his head and he walks around. These clouds disappear when you jump on them, and come back as well, but most of the time they disappear. Now these bongers you can't get under because you lose a life, but that's not too hard to avoid. More clouds, but the clouds are really necessary. They don't really lead to the end of the level. Mostly the disappearing clouds just kind of take you to a different bit, like a special bonus stage or something. But well, there isn't really bonus stages as such. I think there is, but they're quite hard to find. And well, as far as I know, you just collect orbs. End of level. Levels tend to be quite short, and usually generally easy. Now, this the inconsistency kind of cuts in, because it's not really that annoying, but, you know, first of all, this bad guy is unkillable. He seems to be the only unkillable bad guy in the game, which is kind of annoying when he's in, like, the third level. Whatever you try and do, he's just going to beat you up, so you've just got to kind of take the hits and carry on. There's more of them as well, so you just kind of have to avoid those ones. Those clouds drop, even though they look the same as the ones that stay up, which is confusing, because you'd think that drops, but no, it goes up. They should have really signified them by maybe making them different colours. The bongos now disappear as opposed to disappearing clouds, so I'm assuming the disappearing clouds have gone in this level. And this cloud goes down, this cloud goes across, and now the disappearing clouds are back, but it's really randomly placed because it's not really needed. More bongos, then disappearing clouds again. Now we've got this bit. This bit's quite hard because you have to avoid these people stepping on your fingers. But you often get killed just by trying to get past them. Well, let's end it there. So, well, what do we think? So now, of course, the final decision. Is it a good game? Yes. I said bad things about it at times, like inconsistency on some bits, but you can't point out. Every game has inconsistent bits, usually. No game is perfect, and that's the same with this. And if I gave it a rating out of 10, I'd give it at least 8. This game is one of the games of my childhood, and really one of the first games I remember playing. So it means a lot to me. And it's just fun. It's fun. I'd recommend it to anybody watching this. Get it. I got it for about £1 off eBay, which is about $0.7, which I think is, I would say 70 cents. I'm not too good with American currencies, but I think it's about 70 cents. So, on eBay, I mean, prices change, but at the moment it's cheap. And it's probably, like, if you ask people, it's one of the probably most, in my opinion, one of the underrated games. I never hear stuff about it. I never see reviews on it. It's kind of like no one else cares. That you always get, you know, Symphony of the Night and all the platformers that made it big, but I think always you have to shine a little light on some of the smaller games that maybe didn't get the limelight in the first place and never really caught up on that. So yeah, buy it, check it out. I think it's really good. It's, you know, 60 levels. in 6 Amazing Worlds. So there's 6 different worlds, and I showed you just 2. It changes a lot. There's loads of different challenges, and yeah, that's probably all we have time for today. So bye, and video wise, rate, comment, subscribe if you like it, because we do a lot of videos, kind of like let's play reviews, 2-player reviews, just like factual videos and help videos. We do loads of videos, so if you really just kind of want stuff like that, then subscribe, because there's a lot more coming. And thanks for watching. It's Jim64. See you next time.